wanted to paint my daughter because she's been my favourite muse since she was very young, so I've painted her quite often. She's now turned 20, and what that did for me was actually make me think about my own teenage years as she moved out of her teenage years. So it took me into a series of paintings that I'm doing at the moment of her, and she really represents the teenage me. And I basically, the paintings are always represented of a different background of wallpaper that comes from the 70s and 80s, because that was the era that I grew up as a teenager. And really what I'm doing is processing my own teenage years through the paintings, because when I process something, painting is my easiest way to access that. I think changing, I have probably become technically better, but what I've realised is that if I really tap into my emotional side of myself, then the painting has more depth than if I'm not emotionally in tune with what's going on in the canvas. So really, I would have to say it's the emotional side of my art that has changed a lot. It becomes a lot more personal to me, and particularly when it's my own daughter. It's much more to do with the relationship between me and the painting. I like to put a lot of myself in the painting, but if there was anything to take away, I think it is my concept of what I believe beauty is. I work very hard to represent my interpretation of beauty. That's probably the biggest thing. It goes way beyond the photo. For me, it's more to do with, as I said, my emotions going onto the canvas. So even though it's very photogenic, and I am aiming for very photogenic and very realistic, but for me, it's all about the relationship between me and the painting. So I'm not painting it to make it photorealistic. I'm painting it until I'm done and I feel like I have represented exactly what I feel on the inside and what I want to show on the outside. What does it mean to be in Moran? I'm absolutely stoked. I seriously was overwhelmed when I found out I was a finalist. To my career, I think it's great for your CV. It really is good for your CV and opens doors for you.